Toyota Insider, the Memphis Tiger Network. I'm Jeff Brightwood alongside volleyball coach April Howdeggy. Coach, hard to believe already here is like you're wrapping up the 23-win season yesterday, but the off-season's come and gone, and you're about ready to start out 2015.
Yeah, it's good to see you again. It's been a little while, and we're excited to get on the floor this Friday and really face somebody else. You know, we're kind of sick of seeing ourselves a little bit. So,
tell us a little bit about that season last year. 23 wins, 23-11 overall, and you were in contention for that regular season championship most of the season in the American Conference.
Yeah, it was a fun year. I think we had a lot of pieces that were clicking. I think we had a great defensive system and two really strong middles, and we know going into this year that's something that we're focusing on because those players we're replacing. But again, I think we have some key players that have stepped up and excited for this year. I mean, you can only project based on what you see on a piece of paper until you get into the matches and see someone else. Well, we know kind of really where our team is at right now.
I'd imagine that momentum had to make for a pretty good off-season for workouts. And then once they came into camp to get ready for the fall season, everyone probably a little bit of a renewed enthusiasm, get in there, come in ready to go once camp started.
Yeah, because now there's an expectation. I think even where we're picked to finish is pretty indicative of what people think. Even with losing, 4 starters, to be picked to finish 6th, kind of middle of the pack, and honestly, with the way our conference is going, I think anything can happen. So, no, the girls worked really hard this summer. Our captains did a tremendous job, and it really paid off. We had a pretty healthy preseason, and that pays dividends for our strength coach and what they did. So getting in the gym and we can give them a little more rest and not feel like we have to pound them into the ground is going to really help as we go into preseason here with everyone healthy.
Yeah, with the restarters back, when you have 10-letter winners returning, you got some experience coming back.
We do, and especially in some key positions with now all of our pin attackers are returners, and that's huge. And then, of course, our setter, Veronica, and our other setter, Faith, who has a year under her belt. So it's definitely going to help in terms of that consistency. And other players that are going to find some key roles, have been on the team and played collegiate volleyball for, 2-3 years. So it's not like they're brand new to the game. They just have a different role than they have in the past.
You mentioned your preseason pick in the American. We saw the American last year, very strong conference. What are your thoughts on the league this year?
It's going to be good. I think preseason polls are always funny because you can only go based on what you think from last year, but we know some teams have picked up some strong transfers, have some different faces on their team, so we really will know as we get started. But obviously the teams that were at the top of the conference last year, I think will continue to battle for that. But just like last year, there's no easy games. It's going to be a battle every single night, and it's more about the mental fortitude that's really gonna show as the season progresses.
We'll talk more in depth about the start of the season, which is coming up this weekend. But overall, your schedule this year, another pretty tough schedule. Last year, a lot of success was built on getting out to a good start last year early in that schedule.
Yeah, I try to have the right balance. We go and we play we're playing 3 SEC schools again, and I think that's important to do. They're in our region, and that's a conference that we want to be competing with. So we're going to challenge our team. We're playing a top 25 team coming right here to the El Marone Fieldhouse. So again, we'll see this weekend how we get started. I mean, we play Georgia. They're a heck of a team, super athletic. But I know our girls are excited for it. They want to be challenged and go play hard matches and not just get gimmies for sure.
You mentioned that tournament down at Georgia that starts off your 2015 schedule. You'll see High Point, you'll see Wofford, of course you'll see the host team, the Georgia Bulldogs. What are you trying to get out of that early season tournament? Of course you're trying to win every match you play in, but what are you trying to see out of this team this weekend?
We just want to start fast and aggressive. Usually in that first match, that's what kind of dictates the tone, is both teams don't know a whole lot about each other. You just look at stats from last year. So it's whoever is most confident and comfortable with themselves. And really, we know it's still about our side. It's tough to go into early season and make a ton of adjustments because we don't have practice time in these preseason tournaments to really focus in on one opponent and kind of game plan for them. So it's little things, and then working on some lineup and maybe making some adjustments based on what we see as we get started.
You'll be on the road again another weekend, but then September 11th, that weekend, you're going to have the Memphis Invitational. That's going to open up, I believe, back-to-back home tournaments at the El Marone Fieldhouse. Yeah,
we haven't played 2 home tournaments in a couple years, so I think the fans will be pleased. Again, that first weekend we have Auburn coming in. We have UALR, which is top 25 team last year. That'll be a very strong tournament. Austin Peay's coming in, Tennessee Tech. So then the following weekend, Mississippi State's coming here, and that was a battle last year down at their place, 5-set game. And new coach, they're going to be a much improved team. So again, I think a strong schedule. That's what we want. Is we want to play those teams and pack the field house. Because I don't know the last time Auburn was
right
here in Memphis. So it's a really big deal to get these teams on our home turf.
Coach, sounds exciting. Should be a fun year. We appreciate it. We look forward to talking to you all season.
Sounds good.
That's volleyball coach April Hattigi. I'm Jeff Brightwell for the Wolfchase Toyota Insider on the Memphis Tiger Network.